Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is in your area. Hello, it's Sol again. So, we recently got maintenance on Brave Frontier here. Also, sorry if I sound a little bit tired. I had quite the late night to stay up to. For a reason I won't really say. But anyhow, so, maintenance came in last night. Didn't mean to press that. And I'm just simply here to talk about a certain unit. I don't got a lot of time to cover everything, unless I can cover the August events, but rather quickly. Wait. All Might... I forget if No, I never covered him, but basically... Wait a minute, updated. Okay, Why does it say updated? Anything I should... Let's see. Doesn't say anything about update notes. But simply put, All Might is a light-type version of Xion in a way. A little weaker, but still almost like a light-type version of Xion because of his leader skill, which gives you 20% experience. So if you somehow don't have Xion, if you don't got Zeruya or Bjorn and Linlin, and, well, he's a substitute, but don't expect... Oh, right, and there's a Roguelizer as well. But like I said, don't expect him to be a good EXP farming unit, because Roguelizer is better, Zeruya's even better, but that's if she returns again, and I feel like she won't be returning until the holiday season. Anyways, what I'm talking about today is one of the Aneroth units got an update. Archmage Haile or Haile. I don't know how to pronounce that. I feel like it's Haile. So, if there's a correct pronunciation of her name, please tell me in the comments. Well, but anyways. So, how is she as an Omni unit? Well, as far as I've heard about her, she was a good unit to use back in the 7-star era. For whatever reason, I don't know, except after I read this for myself, it seems like she's good for helping getting everybody's BB gauge up. And she really has quite a lot to her. Now, her base stats are kind of low, unless you get her as an anima, and then her HP will go up quite a bit. Her attack's not that bad. Her defense and recovery are a little lacking, but recovery, who cares? Normal attack hit count is not that high, so don't expect to be using her for normal attack nuking if you're still new to the game and wanting to do that sort of stuff. Leader skill is rather impressive. As far as I know, I think you might be able to use this for the IUBB method, but if I recall correctly, I think Ezra might have a better BB gauge reduction for you, although you will need a Rainbow Squad to help with the 100% parameter boost she gives off. But aside from that, her leader skill is not that bad. 8% parameter boost, helps boost the 8 BCHC drop rate, spark damage up by 150, and spark damage increases the BB gauge. Rather nice. Artemis Glaze, her BB. It's kind of weak, but we're going to get into a little later on, if you haven't seen already from the notes already about her. She does become... Her BB attack multiplier does become better, but I'll show you how later on. So, she does have a tri-stat, but it's not that strong. I don't know why they made her the level of Xion's tri-stat, because the thing is that we have a couple of units in the game who can give 200% tri-stat now. We have Sylvie, I think Rockheal is one of them, and I think Sylvanar. So that's about 3. Or 2. Ooh, hopefully I'm not counting it wrong. For what units have that. Right? And as you can read, she does help regenerate the BB gauge through a few different means, even increasing the BC efficiency. So that's pretty nice. I can see why people used her. She was probably one of the best BB gauge buffing units, and we have her back. Although we have Lily Mata, the thing is about Lily Mata is that she doesn't do much. She may be able to buff up your BB gauge and such, and I think the OD gauge, but aside from that, she can't attack at all. Also, it's kind of like, what's the point of using her, except if you're trying to do the Frontier Rift, but that would take, no wait, not Frontier Rift, Frontier Hunter, that would take too long. You're better off having a unit like, if you already have Fina, or if you have Beatrix like I do, to use for Frontier Hunter. Now let's move on to our SBBs before I ramble on too long in the BB section. Anyhow, well, this has a 200% multiplier buff compared to, well, BB. I mean, why wouldn't it? Usually SBB has a better multiplier, unless you're counting Enzatea. Well, she is different. Anyhow, her Tri-Stat buff carries over to here. She does give a spark damage buff for your allies, and gives an instant fill of 14 BC, which is pretty good for her right there. And then the spark damage boost BB gauge doesn't... No, she doesn't have that on her BB, so she gets it off from here. And it gives you a 50% chance to reduce the enemy's attack defense by 50%. Not bad, I have to say, though something not too excited about, because I don't particularly focus on debuffs so much, as normally a lot of enemies are just immune to debuffs, so it's kind of like, what's the point of using it if they're not going to get debuffed? And our UBB, Crystal Solstice. Yes. Oh, right, I forgot to say the SBB name. Sapphire Tempestus. So anyways, back to UBB. Has a pretty good multiplier. Tri-Stat as usual. Spark damage is up. BCHC drop rate is increased as well. Oh, regenerates the BB gauge by 100 each turn for 3 turns. That's not bad. And gives 100% elemental... no. Oh wait, it is 100% elemental mitigation, but still 100% mitigation nonetheless, so this is a very useful UBB here. So if you don't got Wintia, you can use her UBB to get that mitigation up. Although, Wintia still has the better UBB for mitigation because it lasts 5 turns rather than 3. Now her extra skill is interesting, along with her sphere upgrade, which extra skill is called Dame of the Eternal Ice, by the way. So, let's talk about her extra skill. It's rather nice. 30% parameter if she has her staff equipped. If all allies gain the ability to regenerate 5 BC each turn, so that's pretty nice, but only if she's in the squad, by the way. Okay. Gives her a 100% spark damage boost if she goes over 15, and reduces the amount of BC you'll need to use a BB by 25%. That is nice right there. Now, let's look at her staff, because it's gotten a nice buff. It's not a status sphere anymore, it's a BB gauge type sphere. So, it got a nice improvement. Now, if you want to know beforehand, it was not that good because it was a bit iffy. But now it's been made a lot better. Especially with the multiplier boost, by the way. For her BB, SBB, and UBB. So, she can deal more damage. And it is a must-have to have her sphere equipped anyways. So, 40% boost to parameters, spark damage boost BB gauge by 2 to 3 BC. He hugely reduces BB gauge used for BB. And this is iffy with me, because I don't know if it's gonna be like, will it be this percentage all the way, or is it gonna be random of how much it fills up by? Because I don't know how these things work. You know, like, hugely reduced BB gauge, 10 to 50%. Like, I don't know if that's per battle or something. I really don't know. Anyhow, and as you can see, the BB attack is boosted. And like BB gets 100%, SBB gets 200, and UBB gets 500. So 420 only for. So originally BB is 420. So it goes up to 520. The SBB would be 720, and UBB would be 2,500%. Excuse me. And you know what I just said anyway, so I don't need to repeat that. Recipe options are kind of interesting. Although, one thing that's important to get, the 150% boosted BB attack. This makes her quite a bit stronger, actually. It helps her deal more damage this way. And this way her BB is a little bit more effective. And another thing, she can reduce her BB gauge further. In total, 50% cut for the BC cost. So let's have a look at how much it would take. It takes 30 for SBB. It takes 30 for BB and 27 for SBB. So 57 in total. Now I'm gonna go off from 56 instead. So it would take about 28.5 BC, or if you round it up to just 29, to fill up her gauge fully. So it would be almost equivalent to the BB as it is. If you pair it up with her leader skill, that's 70% cut. And with her sphere, it will randomly, I think it's random of what it is how much gets cut by, but still great nonetheless. Now, is she ideal for an IUBB squad, you're asking? No. She does not have any options to raise the OD gauge in any way, shape, or form. But it makes her easier to spam her BB or SBB as you so please. Her options are kind of interesting as well. Now, for 20 SP in total, you get 60% parameter to herself. She'll have 100% if you give her her sphere. Spark damage, I believe that's a must if you want to deal the most damage from her with a squad. Let's see. Attack parameter boost, always a must get if you don't got any sort of extra, like LGIF, especially the limited edition ones, that gives such an ability. So, what else? There's also raising the probability of the attack defense reduction, but that is very low. Oh, and I don't recommend going for it. There's also the enhancement to BCHC drop rate. That is something I'm going to be considering on. And there's also an add considerable boost to attack defense recovery of water types. Okay, that's good for water types, but think about it. You have Rabia, you have Galia, and there's also Kawab as well. Like, there are many other units who give you a tri-stat for a particular element like this. So pretty much, not really worth getting for 30 SP. But, you notice I skipped over one option that is rather useful. 20 powerful combo water attack on all foes with a 700% and multiplier to SBB. This makes her a lot more formidable, and I believe it's a must get. Though it does leave you with some more limited options, because if you're only gonna have 100 SP, if you're not gonna Omni Plus booster at all, you're only gonna have 40 SP to work with here. So, oh yeah, it's pretty much recommended you get her Omni Plus boosted to make her a little bit more effective. I Omni Plus boost her to +2 already, and same thing with my Isser. So, if I were to work out a build for her, alright, I would take both of the parameter options, plus that 20 powerful combo water attack, so in total that is 80, right there, then, and I would get the spark damage boost, then the attack at cap limit, and finally get the huge BB attack boost. And once I get rid of Omni plus 3, then I would get the reduction to the BB gauge required for BB, because her sphere could already be good enough as it is for that one ability, like either cutting it by 10 or 50%, or 10 to 50%, so it's a random in a percentage. But still, nonetheless, if you give her Omni plus 3, she will be pretty useful. She's already a good BB gauge buffing unit. And I so happen to have hanged on to a Haile unit that I got from Unit of Choice several months back, since I heard she was getting an Omni update, but it took this long for it ever since the initial announcement. And here she is. Archmage Haile, at Omni plus 2 no less. Now I did not choose any of her SP options because I wasn't sure how I was going to do it, but now I know how I'm going to do it. Although I'm going to be doing it off video and probably be using it in future content. Hopefully it will make a certain challenge easier for me to beat in the future, but it really all depends. Anyhow, that's all I wanted to talk about. So, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and, well, until next time, ciao for now.